quite a beautiful day, isn't it? The birds are chirping, the cats are sleeping, the sun is shining, and the sky is as blue as ever. Unfortunately, this seemingly perfect day can be ruined by mosquitoes. It's a good thing we're inside before any more mosquitoes can attack us. My name is Matthew Aquino.
And my name is Catherine Lee. We are medical biology students from Far Eastern University. And today we want to talk to you about Anopheline mosquitoes.
Now, we've learned a lot about Anopheline mosquitoes in our medical entomology class, thanks to the efforts of our amazing professor, Dr. Anthony Pag-ong.
We think it's only appropriate to return the favor and share what we have learned with the rest of the world. As such, we would like to introduce our new series.
Welcome to Med Entom Tam Talk Episode 1, Anopheline Mosquitoes. It is said that mosquitoes are small insects that have a huge impact on human life. That quote may not carry a lot of weight now, but it will make a lot of sense later. Certainly, there's a lot of things to unpack and learn about Anopheline mosquitoes. They can be learned about in terms of classification, morphology, life cycle, medical importance, and control. Isn't that right, Catherine?
That's right, Matthew. In terms of classification, Anopheline mosquitoes are classified into 3 genera under subfamily Anophelinae, family Culicidae, and order Diptera. However, only the genus Anopheles is medically important. Anopheles mosquito are distributed worldwide, as they occur in both tropical and temperate regions. Hey Matthew!
What?
Why don't you tell us about the morphology of Anopheline mosquitoes?
Sure, but let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack here. When it comes to morphology, Anopheline mosquitoes lay single eggs with air-filled floats, which allow them to float on the water surface. Upon hatching, larvae don't have a siphon, and they lie parallel to the water surface. Dorsally, a tergal plate and paired palmate hairs are present on most larval abdominal segments. These segments have numerous short setae, and some even have short peg-like spines. Now, Anopheles mosquitoes have spotted wings. This is due to the dark and pale scales arranged in small blocks or areas on the veins. The specific number, length, and arrangement of the scale patterns depend on the species. This is important. As the spotted wings of Anopheles mosquitoes are able to provide useful characters for species identification. In both sexes, the palps are as long as the proboscis. In males only, these palps are enlarged or clubbed apically. Damn. Now, isn't that a lot of morphological features for one small insect?
It sure is, but what's even more extensive is the Anopheline mosquito's life cycle. After mating and blood feeding, Anopheles mosquitoes can lay 50 to 200 eggs on the water surface, which must stay moist because they can stand desiccation. These eggs undergo 4 larval instars and hatch to become larvae that filter feed on bacteria, yeast, protozoa, and other microbes. How do they breathe though? Well, they breathe air through their spiracles. The larval period lasts only 7 days in tropical countries but can last 2 to 4 weeks in cooler climates. In temperate areas, some Anopheles species will spend winter as larvae. The comma-shaped pupae normally floats at the water surface, but when disturbed, it swims down to the bottom of the water body, and is an excellent defensive response. The pupal period lasts 2 to 3 days in tropical countries but can last 1 to 2 weeks in cooler climates. After that, the adult Anopheline mosquitoes finally emerge.
Oh my god. You know what? I find the adult Anopheles mosquitoes' behavior to be very interesting. Yeah, because most Anopheles mosquitoes are crepuscular or nocturnal, which means they're active in blood feeding and oviposition before sunrise, after sunset, and at night. Some species, like Anopheles albimanus, are exophagic, which bite people outdoors. Meanwhile, some species, such as those of Anopheles gambiae complex, are endophagic, which bite people indoors right here inside the house. So before and after blood feeding, some species are endophilic, which means they like to rest indoors. And some are exophilic, which like to rest outdoors. Most Anopheles species exhibit a mixture of exophagic, endophagic, exophilic, and endophilic behaviors. In short, it's really hard to stay away or escape from these Anopheline mosquitoes.
How awful is that?
Yeah, but what's even more awful is the lives that Anopheline mosquitoes claim. Did you know that Anopheline mosquitoes are vectors for the 4 parasites that cause human malaria? Yeah.
Oh my God.
They are actually carriers of Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium ovale. There's a lot of carriers, you know. According to the World Health Organization, in 2019, there were an estimated 229 million cases of malaria worldwide, and the estimated number of deaths is at 409,000. Sadly, children aged under 5 years old are the most vulnerable group affected by malaria.
So sad.
It is. And in 2019, children under 5 accounted for 67% or 274,000 of all malaria deaths worldwide. The World Health Organization African region carries a disproportionately high share of the global malaria burden. In 2019, the region was home to 94% of malaria cases and deaths.
These statistics are truly unfortunate. However, it is important to learn about malaria in order to understand how to control it. This starts with understanding its life cycle. The life cycle of these malarial parasites are quite complex. The sexual cycle of the malaria parasites occur in the vectors. As such, the mosquito is called the definitive host, while humans are called the intermediate host. The life cycle of the malaria parasite can be summarized in 9 steps. First, mosquitoes inject sporozoites to humans via bite. Second, sporozoites enter the liver and infect hepatocytes. Third, liver cells rupture and release merozoites. Fourth, the intraerythrocytic or asexual cycle occurs. Fifth, the sexual cycle occurs where merozoites produce gametocytes. Sixth, mosquitoes ingest gametocytes via bite. Seventh, gametocytes mate and undergo meiosis. Eighth, gametocytes migrate through the midgut wall and form oocysts. Ninth, sporozoites develop. This ends and begins the malarial life cycle. There are malaria vectors composed of many species, which reside in sub-Saharan Africa, Europe, North Africa, the Middle East, the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, Mexico and Central America, South America, and Australasia.
But aside from malaria, Anopheles mosquitoes also transmit filarial worms of Bushraria bancrofti, Ruja malayi, and Ruja timori, all of which cause filariasis in humans. And more than 25 species of Anopheline mosquitoes are known vectors of Bancroftian filariasis. Fortunately, there are ways in which Anopheline mosquitoes can be controlled. In terms of larval control, DDT and other organochlorines as well as larvicide with petroleum and Paris green can be used. In terms of adult control, residual house spraying of insecticides to houses can be done. And aside from that, insecticide-treated nets or ITNs can be used, which are nets impregnated with pyrethroid insecticides. Now, the saying that mosquitoes are small insects that have a huge impact of human life can truly be understood. Anopheline mosquitoes are not just able to ruin the perfect day, but they are able to ruin a lot of lives. This is why it is important to understand them and the diseases they carry so that we can better control them and prevent further human suffering. Once again, I am Matthew Aquino.
And I am Catherine Lee.
Thank you for watching.